Everybody ready?
Yep.
All right. Welcome back to the Dino Squad show. Episode, I don't even know, like 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. I don't know. I don't even know
Let's
when
just
we're going
say,
to post this. But today we are doing a tier list. Super original. We know. But it's going to be on Star Wars YouTubers. Because,
Yeah.
of course, we have to do something like this to get instant views, surely. But,
don't worry, it's all clickbait.
yeah, all clickbait. Star Wars Theory S tier. You know what? We just spoiled everything.
100%.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay, should we
we'll just
start?
go through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh. So should we go in? Is this alphabetical?
No. Or, actually, it
Yes.
might be.
Yes, it is alphabetical.
Yeah, it is.
Should we just go randomly, which ones we're thinking of?
Yeah.
All right. Barton, you get to pick first. Who we talk about first?
Uh, let's go with someone who was not just big in Star Wars YouTubing and still does Star Wars to this day, but was also big or biggest guy from the Battlefront community, Bombastic. I
Oh,
mean,
right
for the
here.
most part,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. I honestly forgot this guy existed.
Yeah. I
This,
mean, like,
yeah.
I like his Battlefront stuff. He has cool Battlefront videos. I haven't watched as many of his like regular Star Wars videos.
He's kind of like this guy, right? Like they're kind of he kind of just does clickbait shorts, right? That's what he's most known for.
I think so.
Yeah, I started watching Bombastic like 2015 when the first Battlefront was going around,
Oh my
and he
god.
did he did the little shorts
Mhm.
like in the private matches, and those were really good. Those were funny.
Mhm.
Um, and then it kind of evolved from that because Battlefront 2 didn't have any private matches, so it made it infinitely more difficult for him to do stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then he just evolved into just doing like general Battlefront 2 content, right? And funny
Yeah.
moments and all that stuff. Um, and now he's because his whole channel has been like dedicated to Battlefront, right? It's basically just kind of like become like a sad shell of what it used to be. Because now
Oh,
it's more so like Battlefront 3. We're hoping Battlefront 3 is gonna happen. It's gonna happen, guys. Let's revive Battlefront 2 so that they know we can do Battlefront 3.
man.
That kind of
May
stuff.
of last year he must have popped off
Yeah.
Yeah.
when Battlefront
Well,
2 just revived out of
yeah.
nowhere.
At least he's not Battlefront updates.
Yeah. Yeah, when you name yourself Battlefront updates, you're kind of doomed. There hasn't been an update
Yeah.
since 2021 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bombastic's still there. In terms of his content,
So
I
OG
don't see
content probably A tier. Current
OG
content
content,
like
yeah,
C
A
or
tier.
D.
As nowadays, I would put him C.
All right, but overall content probably B if we're counting both.
Yeah.
Overall content, I would say B in terms of the lifetime. Yeah,
You want to do overall or just currently?
We could do
I would
current.
say let's
We could
do
do current.
overall. No. Let's do now. Let's do now. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do now.
Okay.
So C.
We'll see for
Yeah,
now.
because I feel like a few people would get unnecessary boosts if we did overall.
Yeah, for 100%.
Yeah, especially a certain someone.
Yeah. Okay. Dinny, you want to pick your guy? Any of
uh,
YouTubers you want to do?
let's do Stupendous Wave. Um,
This one, right?
yep. Watched Stupendous Wave before he even like was solely Star Wars content.
Mm.
He used to do Jurassic Park content too.
Oh, okay. So hit
Um
your two things:
yeah,
dinosaurs and Star Wars.
he did like a bunch of others because that was back when like 2015 when Jurassic World was coming out, and then he was constantly covering Jurassic World content and like also like other stuff. He had a very similar like interest to me, which is how I got into him. But then he eventually started to focus solely on like Star Wars content. and he is one like I feel like a lot of the Star Wars community holds him kind of like as like the high lore master kind of thing. Cause whenever I like talk to someone about like Star Wars and they try to like give me lore on something
Yeah.
and I ask, "Oh, what was the source on that?" They will link me to a Stupendous Way video.
Oh, yeah.
And and the problem with that is Stupendous Wave often does videos that are very like misleading in terms of like like the information it said. Like you could have like a random quote from a random book that says like something about a character, but everything else points to it not being true. And Stupendous Wave will make a video with that title about that feat, even though the feat does like non-existent or anything like that. And he
Yeah.
won't cite anything, right?
Mm.
So what we're left with is a bunch of um Star Wars fans just believing everything he says as the gospel of Star Wars, which is a real big problem, and I feel like a lot of like the misunderstandings come from Stupendous Wave in particular, such as like George Lucas saying Luke Skywalker was the most powerful. Because I do remember Stupendous Wave saying that a lot in his videos, and there has never been a time where George Lucas has said that,
Yeah.
and that went, and I feel like one of the big things that led that misconception to be so popular was Stupendous Wave because he is a big Star Wars YouTuber and still is.
Yeah, I
Um,
still see videos recommended to me from time to time from him. It's just,
yeah,
it's just like, it's who would you rather have, him or like the other ones we're gonna mention, like the other bad ones? It's like this guy is kind of, kind of like our politics today, where they just spread misinformation and then people just gobble it up like it's true, no matter what. They only use that one source. He's kind of like the Fox News of Star Wars YouTubers. That's kind of how I've
yeah,
seen him as.
yeah. I, I again, I'm like in terms of like him overall, in terms of like a person and the content he does, it's again like I would say misleading, and he doesn't like put like the sources of what he gets the information. If you actively like try to find the sources of what he's saying, you have to go from like scratch in terms of that stuff. Because he usually won't say like where the source is. He just talks about like what exactly the source says allegedly.
Does he not even
Um,
show the comics in his videos? I haven't watched his videos in a
sometimes
while.
no, sometimes no.
Hmm.
Oh,
I feel
Because
like
that's kind of infuriating.
I feel
yeah,
like Stupendous Wave is kind of like clickbait, but not full on clickbait because there's somewhat truth to what he says, and then like some of the other like misconceptions that Star Wars fans have, which are probably from him, is like the one where people say, um, like Anakin lost midichlorians when he burned because he lost limbs.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
what
yeah.
I think of him. I can't prove that, but I just have a feeling.
Yeah, I again, I would say like he doesn't necessarily like clickbait because again, there is at least some truth to what he says, but the truth is not he doesn't give any sources to said truth, and if you actually go into the sources, you'll find that there is stuff he's purposely leaving out in order
So,
to make a video.
not to like be mean or anything, but that is what clickbait is still. So he still is just blatantly clickbaiting people because he's just
I mean,
giving
yeah, I guess
information
that's
in
fair.
his way, the way that he sees things, and he uses these big titles, even though it might be just one line that might imply it. But then, like if you like say something like, "Oh, Luke Skywalker." Oh, like a comic says, "Oh, this is the strongest Jedi I've ever seen," and it's like the first chapter of like a book or something. And then by the end of the thing, he's like, "This guy was actually not that strong." Like if you take the first chapter and then just run with that, you're just gonna lead people to just believe that that character is the strongest Jedi or whatever. I feel like that's what he does, in a sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is fair. I guess I'm like maybe a bit more rotten brain to like the other Star Wars YouTubers, because the other
Yeah.
Star Wars
Yeah,
YouTubers
that's a good
do
point.
clickbait so much worse
Yes.
than
Yeah.
Stupendous Waves
I feel
does.
like he's
Yeah, I feel like
another. I feel like he's another C tier.
Mhm.
He's not. Yeah, he's not the worst thing. It's just annoying. Like he could make like his YouTuber good. It's just that it has problems.
Yeah.
And if he fixed said problems though, then his YouTube channel could easily go into like an S tier kind of
I
phase,
feel like
right?
he's fine if you're not online a lot and you're kind of a casual, right?
Yeah,
But the more
yeah,
diehard you are, I feel like the more you're like, why is this guy just giving misinformation?
yeah,
He's kind of
yeah.
more of a nuisance than anything. Not really like super problematic until until he gets bought out by someone or something, and then just posts a rage bait video. Okay, so do we agree with C?
Yeah, I think
I
it's
agree
C.
with C. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pick
Your turn.
mine. I'm gonna do Wave Squadron. This if you're gonna watch a react, if you're gonna watch like a reaction YouTuber to Star Wars, Wave Squadron is the YouTubers you should watch all the time, because especially Eric, the ginger guy with a beard or blonde guy with a beard. They are so smart with Star Wars, and they actually know so much. They read like most of the books, if not all of them. They keep up with the comics. They know all the random characters every other diehard Star Wars fans know. They'll pick up on the little things, like random lines some characters say, and you're like, "Oh man, I didn't realize that when I watched it for the first time." They actually go, when like a reaction YouTuber, they will just end it after the reaction. They'll have very little after. This actually makes me want to watch the stuff afterwards than them discussing it, because they actually talk so well about the show, like the duo that mainly does Wave Squadron. It's just the go-to Star Wars reaction YouTube channel. I don't think there's a single one better than it.
Yeah, I have seen a couple of their reaction videos. I can't speak too much on them because I don't think I've seen enough, and the stuff I have seen, it's been a while. But I do remember thinking that, yeah, these guys were pretty good at what they
Mm-hmm.
were doing. And I didn't really have any like red flags thrown at me or stuff that I didn't like or anything like that. I thought they were good for what I have seen from them.
Yeah, they got me into the High Republic, the books. That's the
Ah, I
reason why
got you.
I've been buying them. 'Cause I just listen to them talk about it from time to time whenever a new one comes out, even though they are so far ahead of me on it. Like holy, like there's like a new book every month. It feels like it's crazy. What there's a bajillion Star Wars books. I swear, there's so much. But this is maybe we'll move it to S tier later. Like if we only have like one or two by the end. But right now I'll go in A, just because I feel like you guys haven't really seen them yet. I would personally put them S, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you think, Brian?
I
Have you
honestly
heard of them
from
before?
Nope, I don't really know
Oh,
anything. So
yeah. Honestly, from what you tell me, like if they do like read the High Republic and all that stuff, and they actually like talk about it and have like discussions on that, that's an easy S tier for me.
all right.
As long as like, because I'm assuming if they're talking about the High Republic, they obviously like make reference to like the comics and the books
Mm-hmm.
that they're talking about, or what specific ones they talk about, and for me, that's completely fine.
I feel like
Um,
this might sound weird, but like a love language for YouTubers, especially when they're like specific things like on Star Wars. I feel like if I think they're smarter than me in this subject, I like them more, because I feel like I'm constantly learning from them. That's why, like, you see the two, like the other guy I added here, who is my favorite Star Wars YouTuber. he knows so much about Star Wars as well, and that they know so much about Star Wars. So it's instantly like I'm picking up so much information from them. I feel like I'm rewatching the show for the first time when I watch their reactions or watch them discuss it. And so
Yeah.
maybe that's just a thing I like is where I feel like they're just smarter than me in the Star Wars lore. Because sometimes you watch a Star Wars YouTuber, you hear someone talk about something you like, and you're like, this guy knows nothing. He is the most casual you could possibly think of. and
Yeah, I get that.
but the Wave Squadron are amazing at what they do.
I kind of have someone like that. I mean, we're not doing TikToker, but there's a TikToker I watch called Mace Al Windu. I feel like I kind of get like a third eye opening when I watch his videos about like Andor and stuff like that, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Yep. All right, so S tier. We
Yeah,
might.
we can
I'm
have
fine
S
with
tier.
us too. Yeah.
Okay. Whose turn is it? Is your turn, Barton?
Okay, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go and dove into my disappointing middle school where I followed the wrong crowd, and we'll start with. Okay, let's start with geeks and gamers. Yeah, it's good.
I'm just gonna put it here for now.
There's
No,
pretend
no.
where it's not gonna go.
No. I'm gonna put each one at B because it's in the middle.
B,
We don't want to
yeah.
show bias immediately, guys. I put
Yeah,
it B tier for
Okay.
now.
Little story about 13-year-old Barton. I kind of followed a lot of these YouTubers that just like hated the sequels just to no end.
Minusly,
I
yeah.
was kind of young and didn't really understand and didn't have media literacy. So I feel like Geeks and Gamers kind of fits that. Like, if you look at most of his videos, it's just all like, oh, this is so woke, SJW this, SJW that. Just like, it gets to the point with YouTubers like this where you question if they're really even a fan of Star Wars or just want to hate to make content. That's what I
Yeah.
feel like with Geeks and Gamers.
Well, I mean, to be honest, he's just not.
Yeah. I think the best part about Geeks and Gamers though is there's a video of him saying that he loved The Last Jedi as soon as it came out.
Yeah.
Oh, is there? Can we pull that up?
Oh yeah, you gotta dig for it, but I know it exists because I saw it a couple days ago.
Okay.
But like, I feel like he's just a guy who hates Hollywood with a burning passion because, like, he will just take the weirdest sides on some stuff, like the Super Mario movie that just came out. Like the critics didn't really like it that much, but it's an animated movie. What are you gonna expect from them? An animated movie that was just for fun. It's not really a super serious movie. He just loves it, right? And then there's like what was it? Iron Lung, Markiplier's movie. He's talking about how
Yeah.
Iron Lung embarrasses Hollywood, which is kind of like I feel like he just hates Hollywood, and he hates. Oh my! And then he has one that says Melania destroys media lies. Okay, well he's just wrong here. Like that movie got destroyed in the box office. I don't. He's just kind of just lying on random things. But yeah, he's kind of just a hater who just farms hate on any popular thing. I don't even consider him really much of a Star Wars YouTuber anymore. He's kind of a pop culture YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's a grifter. I mean, that's what
Yeah,
he.
he's a grifter.
Yeah.
Geeks, gamers, and grifters is what like his full government name is. Okay, so
Yeah.
F
He's kind
tier
of like
is easy.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of like those Invincible fans who complain about the animation to no end.
Okay, me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he kind of reminds me of.
Though
You a bit, but I feel like you can at least recognize that at least like there are
the
other
story is
aspects.
good.
Yeah.
Like the only reason why I don't watch it, it's one of those things where every other weird side challenge shit. But the reason why I don't watch Invincible is because I was told, not just by you guys, but literally everybody, I need to watch Invincible, and it's like, all right, well now I don't want to watch it. It's just one of those things where someone tells me to watch it a bajillion times, and I'm like, no thanks, I don't want to watch it anymore. So maybe I'll watch it one day.
Oh.
It wasn't even just you two guys. It was because if it was just you two guys, like I watched The Boys eventually with you guys.
Yeah.
But Invincible, I don't know. And the animation, I just didn't like it, and I felt like they were spending the money in the wrong places. Anyways, Geeks and Gamers and F. Dino, you want to go next?
Okay, I'm gonna go for an easy S tier. Star Wars audio comics.
Okay. I feel like this one is kind of unfair because they just give us free audio comics of Star Wars. Like,
But they also do like the voice acting, and the voice acting for them is really good.
do they get popular actors at all?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's all their own like friends and team.
How do they only have 82,000 subscribers, by the way? Oh,
I
I
know
never.
it is criminal. It is criminal for how much effort they do put into that.
Mhm.
It should get more. Like
Yeah.
if you want to get into like Star Wars and actually like the comics, it's such an easy way to get into them.
Yeah. Like I use Star Wars comics when I was reading the Heir to the Empire books. It's actually really good for like if you're not the biggest reader like me or LeBron who reads on the first page every time.
Yeah, when you're the LeBron James of actually reading, uh,
Mhm.
they are perfect. But I feel like they're just I don't watch them very much, or
Yeah.
I listen to them, I guess, because they're more of a podcast. I feel like, but they are perfect for people who don't love reading, even though it's comics, or if you can't afford comics for whatever reason, like if you're working like a close job, or if you're a kid and you're like, I can only
Yeah.
get comics like 3 times a year, like for my birthday, allowance, and Christmas or whatever. They are just perfect, and they don't need to do anything. Like they don't have to take a
Yeah.
political stance like I feel like every other Star Wars YouTuber has to take.
That's true.
They don't have to do like they don't really have to show personality because they don't really show they do have videos on their own where they do talk about stuff,
Yeah.
but they don't need that to be successful.
Hmm.
They have comics and they look like they enjoy what they do, and I hope I just they deserve like 200,000 subscribers. I don't know, maybe granted they deserve a lot more than that, but like to
Yeah.
not even have
Yeah.
100,000 is kind of crazy. But
Mhm.
I feel like this is just default S tier because what they do
Yeah.
alone is
I,
sensational.
yeah, the
Yeah.
content is like, simple, but it's also really efficient.
I've
It's like
noticed a thing about Star Wars YouTubers, just judging by
yeah.
these first five. There's no mid YouTubers. You're either great or you suck.
We'll get to some. I feel like at
Yeah, there
some.
are a few. Okay, my
Okay, so your turn,
so
Jeff.
S tier. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so we're just gonna do YouTubers we know. We're not gonna. Okay, I'm gonna do Arnold.
Mhm.
I feel
They're
like
pretty.
he's one of these two.
Yeah, he's like the face of Galaxy of Heroes.
He's the
I think
face
that's
of
good.
Galaxy Heroes, but he's just such a fun person to just watch on like a Tuesday afternoon or something when he's doing Actually, I don't think Gax on Tuesday. Well, I don't even know what I'm saying or whatever. Oh, no, it is on Tuesday. I don't even know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But like just a random morning or afternoon, him playing Gak, watching him just go on rants on how terrible CG is. It's just there's something about him that's just so rewatchable. He's like one of the YouTubers I've been watching for like 7 years now, 8 years even. Like I've been watching him for such a long time that it just feels like second nature. Like I don't watch him as much as I used to. Like I watch one GAC a week, I would say, like one full one. I might catch some or whatever. Like he's a good background thing. But Swogo's not. He makes a pretty stale game entertaining. He does the weird off meta stuff. He upgrades stupid characters whenever his fans pressure him to do so. He does all the right things a YouTuber should do. The worst thing about him is that the game that he plays sucks. That is
Like
not, and it's not even his fault. It's the game. That is the problem.
that's like how you
Yeah.
always said, "Dice, please."
Yeah.
Capital D's,
Yeah,
please.
that's very fair. I definitely agree. He's very entertaining. The production value too on what he does
Yeah, like
too.
CGI sets and backgrounds. He has 200. He has 250,000 subscribers. It feels like he has 20 million when you watch like
Yeah.
do his stuff. And then like my favorite gag in all of YouTube is his Gary gag.
Gary Gag is
it
great.
never gets old. Ever. It like you would think with a gag like that it would eventually get old. But for some reason, every single time Gary messes up, it is always funny. No matter what circumstances is. I remember like a gag where when Grievous was randomly strong again in like 2021 or something, because I feel like Grievous every 2 years becomes super strong for no reason, and then he falls off a cliff the next month. There was a General Grievous was really good, and he failed against General Grievous, and he put like 15 teams into it. And he was just yelling at Gary. He's like, "Cut the content!" It's like one of the I can't find the stream that it's from, but it's one of my favorite things is when he lost to General Grievous in like a
I
random
was
gag.
I don't know whether you saw this live stream because I do remember this very specific live stream. When he Outrider was when he was testing Outrider, he held a poll for whether he should kill Gary.
Oh yeah, and he broke the
Oh, yeah.
billboard, right? Or the the board, right?
He broke the board, and even though the poll said spare Gary.
Just going against and Alderaan as well, like little thing. And then I love his intro as well, because it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like even though he probably doesn't mean it, but it's kind of like when people like other YouTube channels like Smosh does it, where it's like ladies and gentlemen and non-binary friends, like stuff like that. When people do those types
Yeah,
of intros, it reminds me of that, and I feel like there's such a sweet thing about that that I I hope he never stops doing that because it's just something cool and it just gives inclusivity to everybody when he does something like that.
yeah, 100%. Um, but yeah, like I said, I feel like he is the ideal like entertaining YouTuber that you like. If you want like an entertaining YouTuber, that's your guy.
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
the
he's like
most ADHD YouTuber without having the ADHD edits.
So yeah, I would put him S tier.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna say something, Byron?
oh, nah, never mind.
Do you still watch him from time to time?
I don't watch him a lot, and that's mostly just because I don't play Galaxy of Heroes much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
kind of had to retire because I got too busy.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like he's someone because sometimes when you play a video game, you just don't watch any content of it when you stop playing it.
Mhm.
I feel like
Yeah,
Swelgo is one of the ones where you can just continue
that is
watching.
true.
So I do
Yeah, it's
recommend
just
him. He's just
yeah.
really funny.
Yeah.
Problem is I don't watch a lot of YouTube anymore. Just
Th-
period.
That's fair. All right. Who's next?
I think I'm
Byron?
next. Yeah. Okay. This is like okay when I really watched YouTube back in like 2018 to 2021. My favorite or one of my favorite Star Wars YouTubers was Thor Skywalker.
This one, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him.
Wait, I
I
just
mean,
realized
like,
who the gold man was. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, continues.
yeah. I mean, he did like I think he did like 60% Star Wars and like 40% Marvel. I thought his Star Wars stuff was cool. Like, I feel like he definitely was not as left leaning as like some political YouTubers, but like, I feel like his content, it was still like
He was
not just trying to
liberal.
get like clickbait, like just being destroying the community, but like, I feel like he actually had valid criticisms for some of the stuff that he said. And I feel like found myself agreeing with him more than like the geeks and gamers of the world and him just being annoying. But his videos are a little bit the same. So I say he's probably A or B tier.
It was quite funny because
Yeah.
I did recently rant about one of his videos, but
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't watched this since like 2020.
Okay. Well, you might want to rehash because I'm pretty sure he's kind of gone more geeks and gamers than anything.
Oh, he has. I'm
Yeah,
disappointed then.
keep
I
it
do
going.
think he's gone more geeks and game. He hasn't gone fully on the edge
Mhm.
because like there is some like he's very much more so like understanding. Like he's like,
Yeah.
okay, it's fine if you think this way, but for me, this is not how I saw that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
He's very like non-comfort, like he's not like with I feel like with geeks and gamers, you could tell like
Yeah, he's aggressive.
he is aggressive. right? With his points and all that stuff. Thor Skywalker is definitely more taking it back. And while I did rant about his video, he was at least like, respectful in terms of like giving out his opinion and all that stuff, which it's not like I don't want to like criticize like people that have like their opinions and their takes on Star Wars because
Yeah.
I don't know everything about Star Wars, and I don't think anybody can claim that they know everything about Star Wars, and
Yeah.
that their opinion is like completely objectified. So while I don't think like the video that I did see recently was not a good take, it was at least respectful enough to where I can be like, I don't hate the video being on there. I more so just wanted to respond to the take.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Um, but so for that reason, I think he is probably our first like actual like B tier
Yeah.
for me.
The
Yeah, let's put him
first
at B tier.
B tier. Yeah, I
Yeah.
because I would
Wait.
I would probably lean more towards C because I'm less considerate than Dinu on
Yeah.
that sort of stance. And
Wait,
then
so Dinu. Oh, sorry.
yeah, you could go.
Okay. So Dinu, what was your rant about with Thor Skywalker? I'm just curious.
So he did. So again, another
Someone who
thing,
doesn't watch the
but
podcast.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So
who it was. It was that episode. Yeah.
Mhm.
So he did a video talking about a recent like Leslie I forgot her last name, but the director of the Acolyte interview. Um and it was basically like season 2 would have ruined Star Wars or something along the lines of that. I don't remember the exact name. We got it completely right on that podcast episode. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. um But essentially, what he basically said, his take was around Leslie basically saying that Yoda would help cover up Kamir's crimes.
Oh yeah,
And
for Acolyte.
yeah, for Acolyte. And he was basically like, I don't agree with the notion that the Jedi were like, um, are like supposed to be portrayed as the bad guys because that's not what they were in the prequels and all that stuff. And the Jedi are supposed to be something we aspire to, right? Which
Yeah.
I ranted about that because I think that's a really bad take.
Yeah, I understand because like I won't say that they're um evil, just corrupt.
Yeah,
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 they're not stereotypical villains like we see Palpatine or Vader or
Yeah.
Dooku, but they are not the superheroes either because of
Yeah.
just the way they are. They are good guy leaning, I guess, right? Because that's inherently they're good people. They just kind of lost the plot is the best way to describe the Jedi in the
yeah,
prequels.
yeah. Yeah. So that's basically my take on it. The only things I would say I had against Thor Skywalker was the clickbait and the fact that he didn't link the interview to his video,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I had to search that up to make sure to like fact check and make sure that he wasn't like like leaving out stuff and all
Yeah.
that stuff. That was the only thing. But again, because he's not confrontational and because he's more like understanding in terms of that, he takes a much more chill approach to it. I'm
Yeah.
more lenient on that, but Justin might not be.
No,
So
like the more you talk about it, the more it's like, yeah, this guy. I mean, I feel like he's one video away though from completely
he
changing
could definitely
his
like
Yeah,
go
entire
yeah,
down the
thing
right.
because he's already leaning that way, like towards the geeks and gamers as it is. I hope
yeah.
that he either stays the same or goes more the other way, if anything, because like his points are valid. Like usually when I see a YouTuber like that, I just won't watch them because why would I watch someone who's just so opposite my thought process of Star Wars? I just would not care. But yeah, I could see your points of him being like a solid B tier. He gives a different perspective, especially if you're looking for other perspectives on stuff. So that makes a lot of sense for him to be B. I would personally put him C, or even if there's a D category. But since Baron had him a little bit higher from his bias from early on, and then you have him B, we put
Yeah.
him B.
Yeah, this is the perfect middle.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right.
Is it me
Continue.
next? Oh no, it's Dinu. Yeah, you're right. Because
It's
he's
me.
before Skywalker.
Let's do Hello Greedo.
This one, right?
Yep.
I have literally
Now
no idea anything about them. Like all of the other ones, I know. This one, I do not know.
I watched a little bit of him, but I don't know a whole lot. I know he does like a lot of Star Wars lore videos, right?
he doesn't. He more so talks about it's a mixture between like Star Wars like commentary on how like the fan base is and all that stuff, and also a mixture of behind the scenes more so. So
Yeah.
not
Okay.
necessarily lore videos, but more so like behind the scenes of how like Star Wars was done, or at least that's what he used to do.
Okay.
Um, and a lot of the takes he had were like I actually agree a lot with, and he does like a bunch of videos talking like he is one of those YouTubers that does like criticize like the notion of like Star Wars fans. Like one of my favorite videos from him is him talking about how Star Wars fans keep on talking about like something ruining the Star Wars franchise,
Mm-hmm.
and him's like like saying, guys, we have been saying this since Star Wars came out.
Yeah, literally since probably the second movie.
Yeah.
Since Empire Strikes Back, there's probably a group of haters then. There will always be a group of haters.
And again, he's like very much like the voice for me in terms of like what I would say like Star Wars fans should follow, because he's
Oh, okay.
very adamant about, you know, like you can like what you like, you can dislike what you dislike, but the exaggeration and the gatekeeping
Mm.
is insanely toxic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Sounds like a
that is a thing with Star Wars, especially with, like anime. Like if you compare Star Wars to anime, I feel like that's its closest comp, not Star Wars to Marvel or Star Wars to DC. I feel like Star Wars to even like a Genshin Impact or like a niche anime game, like any JRPG, because the fan base loves to gatekeep, and it's also extremely divided. And I feel like anime fans are like that as well, because ReZero fans are also pretty hated as well, and they kind of are
yeah.
known for as gatekeepers. I
Yeah.
mean, Barton, you don't know very much about anime fans,
Don't worry, I got better analogy.
but Star
I got better
Wars,
analogy.
yeah, Star Wars fans are kind of like the North America anime fans, if that makes sense, or like the
yeah.
Western anime fans
Yeah.
in the terms of way they think. So yeah, him being more of like that middle ground, or being the the calmer downer guy, the calm people down and not overreact, is perfect for Star Wars YouTubers.
I think that like another analogy that you can use for it though, I'm gonna use mine, is like with music, a lot of rappers, when they have unreleased music that people really enjoy, fans love to gatekeep it and not tell anyone for
Oh
some
yeah,
reason.
or they don't show link on SoundCloud at that one song or whatever.
That's why I
It's
use YouTube to get mine.
yeah, but you could also say that with like K-pop as well.
Yeah, it's probably
K-pop,
true with me.
like there's so many bands or like K-pop groups we do not know about because their fans just keep them
Yeah.
in such a little bubble.
Yeah, they even gatekeep the artists and like, don't let this become mainstream and stuff like that.
Or don't. You're not allowed to be a fan of BTS because you only like Butter. It's
Oh
like
yeah, you only like the popular songs, so you're not a fan.
okay, man. I mean, sure. I feel like I
Yeah.
only have problem when people are like, "Oh, I'm a massive fan," and if they say they're a massive fan or like they're a diehard, then that's when you can question them and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what's your favorite stuff?" And then if they give like normal weird like or like kind of the same answer for everything, then you're gonna be like, okay, maybe this guy's
Yeah.
not the biggest fan he
Yeah.
said he was.
I'm a huge The Weeknd fan. My favorite song is "Blinding Lights."
Yeah. Oh my god. Did you know he has a song called "The Hills"?
Yeah. You guys heard of 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know my "Can't Feel My Face" is about drugs? Oh my god.
Oh, really?
It's what it, yeah, it's very Star Wars fans definitely it's it's a very bad fan base. But yeah, I don't know much about it. Does that mean he's like an A tier, right? Because from what
Yeah,
you're
I'd say
saying,
A tier.
Yeah.
he's not S tier, but he's not any of these guys. He's just a
Yeah.
quality thing.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
getting closer to balance.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm running out of people I actually watch. All right. Well, we're gonna go with another easy S in Generation Tech. If you want Star Wars politics, this is the guy. If you want like Star Wars, like how the ships work, or if you want to know weird lore or actual like criticisms on Acolyte, that's the guy. You watch Generation
That's what
Tech,
criticism.
he he's the best at like reviewing because there is stuff that I don't fully agree with him on like on some of the shows and stuff. But he dives super deep in all the shows. He picks up on a bunch of little details, especially watch every video of him on Andor. It is truly like you just open up your third eye to Star Wars just watching him discuss Andor on like little things that he picks up and where he describes or the way he describes a certain scene uh like the father Mon Mothma's husband in like the wedding speech he made, how really important that speech is and how it means so much for the rest of the show. Like little things like that. He's just the best like because he's not really a reviewer. He's just the best talker of Star Wars media.
I I've only seen a couple videos and that was like years ago. I haven't like caught up as what he's recently doing. So I can't really speak on this guy too much, but from what I saw from back then, I did also think this guy was decent with his lore videos.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
He I don't know because it's really cool because also like in his background, I remember when I was younger watching his videos. By younger, I mean like 6 years ago, like a teenager.
We're just old guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, like his videos. I always wondered how he was able to make his background like his outside his window. He would make it like Coruscant or something, and I used to think that was so cool. Because it's like he's actually living in Coruscant. It's a very stupid thing to think about, but that's like a core memory of watching his videos. But I feel like he's just such a when you watch him, it's just so down to earth. It feels like a conversation, granted a one-sided one because you can't talk back, more than like him explaining every little detail. He's just a quality YouTuber. So, judging by you guys, is this just another A?
I mean, I
I
just can't really say
I'm
much.
fully trusting on you
Yeah,
to
it's your
make
S
call.
that
tier?
that rating.
Because I
So
think S tier, but I don't want all three of my like guys I mentioned to be S tier. Granted,
you
that's
gotta pick some bad ones,
You need
man.
to watch a
Because
bad YouTuber.
if there's a bad YouTuber, I just don't watch them. That's the
I think that's
problem.
fair.
Like, I feel like I don't watch the freaking bad content. Like, I'm not Dinu. I'm not
Yeah,
looking for a conversation. If I just see something I don't like, I just don't watch it.
yeah.
So I'm gonna put him on
You're not
S.
13-year-old
I
me.
do recommend.
Yeah,
I think Dinu, you would really like him. So
Yeah,
you
I'll check
definitely
him out.
should
I'll
check
check
it
him.
more out. I remember Diamond recommending a friend of ours who goes by Diamond. He watched a lot of Generation Tech, and that's who I really got Generation Tech from. But
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. Okay,
okay.
so you next, Spartan.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm starting to not know these YouTubers super well. So we're gonna go with another terrible YouTuber. He's kind of in the same boat as Geeks and Gamers. Um, It's Robot Head. I don't know why I thought Machine Head.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But judging by
We'll
his
get that
profile
invisible
picture, he does not
Robot
look
Head
great.
is like okay. I will say Robot Head is very much like Geeks and Gamers. The difference between Robot Head and Geeks and Gamers is that Robot Head's videos look cool, even though he talks a lot of garbage. Like they actually have quality to them. Whereas Geeks and Gamers videos, it's just him talking in a camera.
Okay,
Like
so
you know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking about,
very
right?
true.
he's a high F. High F.
Yeah, we should just have like a tier like F minus and F plus to separate them.
You know, honestly, we should just add a D
There's one
tier,
quality
right?
in their videos. Yeah, you can just do F minus and then do row below.
Kind of mixed
Uh,
up the tiers a little
Yeah.
bit there, but
Yeah, it's just trash versus garbage. That's how I feel like it is with Robot Head and
we're just not
Geeks
gonna
and
bother
Gamers.
with colors. Who cares? Oh,
Doesn't matter.
how
You
did
got
this
two.
happen? Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, just click it all the way down.
there you go.
Yeah.
Right spot, there you go.
So
But
maybe
yeah,
maybe D tier. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
D tier. You
he
know, what,
puts
we're just gonna do F plus.
Yeah, if you don't have ears, Robot Head's videos are entertaining.
yeah, yeah.
Good for the
I would agree with that.
deaf.
There's a lot more effort into his videos than Geeks and Gamers.
Okay, that
So
is just
yeah, F plus.
is just comes up with some slop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty
it's
much.
not. It's quality slop at least. It's like the
Yeah.
chumba.
Yeah.
Geeks and
It's
Gamers
a
post
slop.
like 4 videos a day, and it's just him talking in a mic.
That's
At least from
insane.
when I was watching. Yeah.
Okay, do we want to discuss more about him? I literally have never heard of this guy before in my life.
Not
I
really.
just want.
No,
I feel
that's.
like. Oh, we're done.
No,
I mean,
if
I
you
don't
have
know.
anything,
Like he is basically just Geeks and Gamers,
Yeah.
but just
Better.
better quality
Yeah.
videos.
More entertaining Geeks and Gamers. Yeah, I mean, like I only really watched like his Last Jedi videos when the Last Jedi came out, and like a couple other Star Wars videos after. Also, he's
Yeah.
Australian, so if you like Australian people, I think he's Australian.
Majority like negative. Like his whole entire channel is like completely on like negative stuff, like ranting about other like IPs, not just Star Wars.
Mm.
It's just I don't understand how people can just consume that much like negative. I can't say it.
Yeah, I mean, I was in that
negativity.
boat, but I
Yes.
graduated middle school and then I got out of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we helped you escort you out of that.
Yeah,
that
you guys
lane.
did help too.
Yeah.
Because we just kind of called you out and just hating
Yeah.
random Star Wars things. Okay, Dinu, are you up?
Okay, let's do the gold man.
Okay, this YouTuber, I remember watching him because isn't he's a pretty big Rebels fan, right?
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
big Rebels fan. I remember watching him when he was coming up, like his first videos.
Yeah. And a lot of his, because he very much like what I like about him is that he's very critical about aspects of like all of Star Wars, but he can also like recognize the good that they have. He's not like a complete black and white like some other YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
And like I feel like one of his like major like things that like got him like on the map was when he was defending the sequel trilogy. And the points he was making were pretty valid. They were like valid takes on that French on like the thing. And I feel like a lot of the common like wave is just to hate the sequels, right? And
Yeah.
with the same talking points. But when you have somebody who actually like has different points that have like valid arguments behind them, it adds like that fresh perspective. And I feel like he is that because he does it so well and he's so critical too. Because he's not just like, he doesn't just say, oh, the sequels are good. He gives like specific reasons as to what they
Mm-hmm.
did good and what they did wrong, right? He
Yeah.
like gives like a legitimately like fair chance to every single media that I've at least seen from his videos.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think he is like if he was the biggest like Star Wars YouTuber, I would legitimately be proud for the Star Wars community.
Yeah. How does he have like 80,000 or something like that?
He
I remember when he had like 5,000. That's when
Yeah,
I was
yeah, he
watching a
was
lot.
yeah, like I do remember seeing his videos very early on. And while like sometimes I don't agree with his takes,
Yeah.
he at least has like the critical like thinking skills to actually like back up his claims, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Um
He's definitely like a solid talker. Does he like episode 9 as well, or is he still not
I
liking that?
think I don't remember whether he does.
Because like in the other two, you can find people who like both those two. I mean, I like both those two, but for finding someone who also really likes episode 9 is kind of rare unless they're like a more casual Star Wars fan
yeah.
or like or
And
fan.
he also talks about like other stuff, but also
He did
like
Avatar. I
again,
remember him doing Avatar.
yeah, Avatar, Stranger Things, a bunch of other stuff. And again, I think he like legitimately at least like gives like a fair like analytical like analysis of his topics that he talks about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Barton, have you heard of this person?
This is another one I haven't heard of, but
Okay.
from what I've
So,
heard, that's like an A or S tier.
yeah. What do you think, Denny? You could decide because I mean I decide with my three. You can
I'm
be
gonna say A.
higher or lower than Greedo.
Uh,
Judging by what you're
let's
saying, maybe a
do
little higher.
maybe a
Yeah.
little higher than Greedo.
We'll do the top like with S tier when we're done with this. Although this might be like we might not have another S tier. Um,
Okay.
is it my
Looks
go?
like yeah, it's you.
Okay. Should we just get the one that's fallen out right now?
Mm. Or do you want to
Lore
save it for
Master?
last?
No, we know who we're saving for last, but
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Fallen. Okay, I guess it's a different one you Fallen, but not as bad.
the one that fell like 2 weeks ago.
Recently. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
if this was 2 months ago, I would say high A or just flat S tier because you guys would have said S tier or something. This
Yeah.
guy was amazing. I just hope he gets some help because judging by how that video was edited, his most recent one where he calls Disney people like Nazis and whatnot, judging on how that was edited, it is so bad. And not just what he's saying, but how it's put together, how it's edited, just the talking points, and how like just the way like there's no cohesion in what he's saying, like what they are saying, I guess, because it's a duo. Everything about that video just reshapes everything I thought about Lore Master. Because I would have said high A, low S, or anywhere on S tier. But now I'm like, well, if he doesn't post again, probably low A, high B, right? Because that last
Yeah.
video would just taint his reputation. But right now,
Mm.
I'm thinking C or like low B.
Yeah, I'm thinking low B because he had like so much going in.
He was
It's kind
so
of like
amazing. As long as he
yeah.
goes back to his normal schedule programming,
Mm. Yeah.
if he deletes this video, to be honest, because that video is also not doing well. I see
Yeah.
it says 19,000 viewers, and I feel like me and
Mm.
Dinu are half that because we watched it, just kept clicking on it, being
Yeah.
like, "Is this real?"
Yeah. I think you can go down a notch for now, and then if you double down, you just drop it more.
Yeah, I feel right now, low B. If he goes back to normal and he deletes the video, I'll feel good about moving him to A, even S tier if he just apologizes or something, or just says how wrong he was or something,
Yeah.
or he gets help or whatever he needs.
Mm.
But if he goes down the rabbit hole, he could be easily an F plus tier because the things he was saying were crazy. Just conspiracy theories, even worse than Geeks and Gamers, because at least Geeks and Gamers, you know what side he's on. With this guy,
That's true.
you think he's more of like a Generation Tech like thought process. But after that
Yeah.
last video, he's more insane than Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah. Maybe
Like,
it's like a
it's actually
Dan
crazy.
Ivy or like Puka Nakua kind of just moment.
Oh my god! Oh, we have to talk about Puka and like
Yeah.
a sports thing. Din doesn't know who Puka is, but most
Oh, yeah, that's true.
insane football player. I hope his career doesn't become ruined because of what he's doing.
Yeah.
But
He's just been like acting a fool.
yeah,
Let's just leave it at
Lore Master. I feel
that.
like do you
I'm just
think
saying he's the best
Lobie
of that
is
too.
fair for now?
Here, I feel I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I was the most attacked by this video
Yeah.
because we were talking about this doing this video like so long ago, and like prior to him releasing this video, and I was like, yeah, and I was thinking in my head, Lore Master for me is an S tier. I love his videos. He does like the one thing that I criticize Star Wars YouTubers a lot on, and actually cites his god darn sources.
mean, we learned this in like middle school. You gotta cite your sources.
Uh,
Yeah.
and I was like, all the lore videos are entertaining. They like actually show the content that he's pulling from. He actually says where the content is from, and then he posts that video. I'm like, and I
Yeah.
gave it a shot. I gave it a shot. I went in, and there is some good information in it that I didn't even know. However, the conclusions are so insane, so like connect the dots, and you have to like jump so many sharks with the exaggeration and
Oh my god.
like
Yeah, it's so bad. Barton, you
it
gotta
was
watch it.
insane.
Like
It
his
was
Ahmad
absolutely
Best take,
insane.
his Ahmad Best take would have been great in 2018.
Mhm.
Like not great, but it would have more weight behind it in 2018 when before Ahmad Best really. I mean, when did Ahmad Best post his videos? Was it before? I don't even know how long ago was it. Maybe it was
It
during
was a
COVID.
while. I feel like.
If it was during COVID,
Yeah.
then whenever the Best video was released, then he would have more weight behind it. But Ahmad Best is now working with Star Wars very closely now, more than a lot of other Star Wars actors are. And he's kind of brought back in open arms. The actual Star fans love him. The current Star Wars fans that you would actually call fans love Ahmad Best. They love Jar Jar Binks. They love Caloran Beck. They love those characters. And so, like, I feel like, yes, what he said about Ahmad Best and what Ahmad Best said make 100% sense. But why are you posting that now when I feel like saying it's fixed is not really the right thing, but it's gotten better and everybody's lives has improved recently, especially with like Jar Jar Binks being like Darth Jar Jar in the Lego show and
Oh yeah,
whatnot.
that was cool.
Mm-hmm. And then like the reason or the point where I just automatically thought this guy is insane is his Jewish comment on Jon Stewart about Obi Wan
That was the
planet.
worst take I have ever seen in like one of those videos. Like when I try and like watch one of those grifter videos and see
Yeah,
what takes they have, that was one of the worst takes because it's so
ever.
obvious that George Lucas was joking.
Yeah,
And
like
even if
with a
George Lucas
comedian
was,
as well.
yeah, and even if George Lucas wasn't joking about that, Disney doesn't need to listen to everything George Lucas says and take it as fact. And
Yeah,
then also the fact that it's just a tops card too.
yeah, but
and then and then the largest leap is going on and it's being like, huh, I wonder why they didn't follow that. Oh wait, this guy has Jewish ties. That must be why.
yep.
That is such an insane train of logic.
It blows my mind. But Martin, you know about the Jon Stewart interview with George Lucas, right? Where he
Oh yeah, I do.
names Obi Wan's planet just to play on Jon Stewart's name.
Mhm.
That basically he linked that to being anti-Semitic to Jewish people somehow.
Yeah,
If because Jon
this does
Stewart's
remind me
Jewish,
of
it's
the
crazy.
basketball player.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about him. Do you see the Patriots running back as well commented supporting him, and now
Yeah.
it's, he's getting hated on too, bro. It's so stupid.
We'll
So
explain it
yeah,
on the podcast then.
my bias is like saying like C, bottom of C, maybe possibly F plus at the moment, because I feel so betrayed. But
Yeah.
We will say
again, if
C because I feel like I'm gonna take the benefit of the doubt and hope he either gets help or just realizes what he said was stupid or unedited, makes an actual cohesive version of that, or just goes back to normal.
oh yeah,
But I'm gonna go. We can go low C for
for
now,
me,
and
I
then
feel very biased on
yeah,
it, so I'm letting you guys have more power on that.
we'll go C
But
for now. F plus. Honestly, by the things,
Yeah.
if he continues with those insane videos, like he gets
He's
F
going. Yeah.
minus.
He's going.
It's
Yeah.
even worse than Geeks and Gamers because
Yeah.
Geeks and Gamers is relatively harmless because he just has such a low core audience and it's not getting more people watching it.
Mhm.
Less and less people are watching him. Lore Master is just infusing random nonsense, really. All right,
this is like a million like subscriber channel that's like dedicated to lore videos.
yeah,
To all of a sudden just immediately going
where that video was
fudge that.
not needed or necessary at all.
Yeah.
It's completely back turn. Okay, whose turn is it now?
Who did Lore Master?
Did Lord Master, right? Is it my turn? No, I
You
did
did
Lord
it.
Master. I did Lord
No,
Master.
you did,
Okay,
Lore
I just
Master.
like him. Okay, I'm starting to run out of Star Wars.
Actually, Barton, can I like skip ahead because there is one YouTuber I want to kind of attach to Lore Master on this list.
Okay, yeah, do that.
Okay, I'll go my turn and then you can go.
Okay.
So in Lore Master's video, there was one particular YouTuber he was hyping up,
Oh,
and that's Knights of Melvin.
this is where this guy comes
Oh,
from.
that's why you got it.
Yes, yes. And I don't know whether you guys have seen any of his videos.
I've seen him in a
Uh,
thumbnail with Star Wars Theory. That's about it.
yes.
Yeah, we saw that.
So not a good
This
sign.
dude this dude does nothing but hate on Disney Star Wars. Every single video is that. It and it, like I gave the every single thing. He calls everyone who mildly even defends Disney a shill. And I there was one video I gave a chance to, and I watched his Why Battlefront 2 Sucks video.
Okay,
Oh, not Battlefront.
base take. Honestly,
Because because like we all play Battlefront 2, and like if anybody is gonna hate on Battlefront 2, it's the Battlefront 2 players, right? Because
yeah,
there is a lot wrong with that game.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is probably your best chance to get me on board with you. And I watch it, and his one point is Star Wars Battlefront 2 sucks because it has Disney characters in it.
Literally, he could have picked from so many options.
I'm not gonna lie.
You could even he can even talk about the campaign and have legitimacy behind it because the campaign sucks.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Like
that's the approach he took.
it could be
You
layered with sexism, but as long as he says the campaign sucks, I mean, like, all right, well, it's a little weird, but I mean, we got
Yeah.
there at the end.
Honestly, we could add another F tier with F minus and put him in there if that's all he does.
Yeah,
Honestly, I think because this guy is purely rage bait, and how Lore Master thought he was like anywhere credible in terms of what his views are and how he does stuff, I have no idea. Because this
Interesting.
guy does not give anything a chance. He fully admits that he does his content just to rage bait.
Oh, well, okay. At least he admits it.
He
Does he
admits
like?
it,
I'm
yeah.
assuming he doesn't like Android.
He's like, oh, well, I say it because it
The-
makes the Disney chills mad.
the most like I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The most like type of person like that, they they have a chance of loving Andor. So does he like Andor?
No,
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 he doesn't like
because
Andor.
Disney made
This
it.
is probably Andor.
Disney made it. Anything
That's
Disney
probably
makes, instantly bad.
Dang,
interesting.
it's actually insane how people can like the sequel trilogy has done such a terrible reputation with Disney Star Wars. It's actually insane on how people will just blindly believe it because the sequels were kind of up and down. Like Force Awakens was a good start. Last Jedi was good. Episode 9 came out. It ruined Force Awakens for a lot of people. It made Force Awakens like look worse, and then it was just
I
not a
feel like
great
it ruined
movie.
Last Jedi even more.
Mm-hmm.
Here's also the thing about this guy that I find is funny. This guy will even go after like people that are critical of Disney too,
Mm-hmm.
just because they mildly said one thing good about Disney Star Wars. He will
It's
go after. Like I feel like was it? There was a. He wasn't. I think it's JJ Abrams or something like that. Some other Star Wars YouTuber that I didn't really include because he is also kind of like in the same train as like Geeks and Gamers and all that stuff, where he just kind of like blindly hates
mm-hmm.
like Disney Star Wars. He even goes after them too.
It's
You know
crazy.
what? It's not like he's an industry plant.
He could be.
Like an industry plant from what industry? I mean, if Lore Master's hyping him up, is this Lore Master's alter ego?
Maybe they're all part of the same industry plant. They're part of some industry plant to like tear down Disney for some reason. I don't know why,
They're
but
just
that's my new theory. What's
right
this guy's name
wing
again?
grifters.
Wait, Dini, what's his name?
Knights of Melvin.
Knights of
Knights
Melvin.
of Melvin.
Dude,
He is
he's named
100%
after the Knights of Ren.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? He's named after something from Disney Star Wars. So he has to be an industry plant in order to be talking about this like this way and hating
Or I mean,
absolutely
it could be
everything
Knights of
Disney
the
like
Old
this.
Republic, right? As well, I guess.
It looks like a it looks like reminds me
He
of
does
Kylo.
kind of look like a Knights of Ren though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Knights of Melvin is more closer than Knights,
Right, yeah.
like to
Yeah, and like
Kylo
Knights
Ren.
of Ren is an actual like people. Knights of the Old Republic
Is a
is a
game.
I guess it is people too, but it's more of a game. Wonder
It's
if you don't like the remake.
crazy. All right, so F minus, I guess.
F
It's
minus.
so bad, man. Star Wars, like these are the people that you should just stay away from Star Wars. Honestly, anything below
Anything
B
below C, you
tier,
should stay away.
yeah, or yeah, anything below C, stay away from. If you want actual Star Wars, if you want multiple point of views, go B plus. If you want good Star Wars, of course, C and A, or S and A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Ghost Skywalker is not
Yeah.
terrible.
Okay. So it's my turn then. I guess I'll go with Star Wars Explained. I mean,
Just explain.
Star Wars Explained, I didn't really watch him a whole lot, but I just remember I he's a clickbait YouTuber. He's not
I feel
crazy
like
like
these two go hand in hand.
yeah, yeah. Because he's not clickbait is in the ways like Geeks and Gamers, Robot Head, where they just hate Star Wars. But he just like makes a lot of clickbait titles
Mm-hmm.
and engagement bait and stuff like that. Which is why like I never watched him a whole lot. I got turned off from a lot of his videos because I knew they were clickbait at a certain point.
I feel like this is just an easy C tier.
Yeah.
Like he's not terrible. It's just I feel like he's good if you're like a beginner in Star Wars, I guess. Well, actually, he
Mhm.
just makes like news videos, right, on Star Wars. So there's not really a
Yeah.
like he's Star Wars explains, but he explains nothing. So I mean, I guess just don't watch him. He's just C tier. Like if he's not
He
even explaining lore
Yeah.
or
he
anything.
He
does
needs to
have
explain it.
like some lore videos, and I will give him credit where credit is due. He will cite his sources too on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, when the bar's that low, though, do we bump him
Yeah.
up to B tier? I feel like that should be the minimum.
However, there's also, and this is like the only time I will give credit to the YouTuber that has beef with him. There is some like beef between him and another YouTuber, and that other YouTuber has said allegations, but these guys, Star Wars Explained, basically just said, he's just doing this for views and not really debunking said claims. So,
Oh, like what are these claims?
like that he's been like personally like sending email like jealous of this specific YouTuber, and that he's like specifically like trying to get him, like been like very rude to him at like conventions, and like
what
purposely trying to like underhand him. And
Stars
again,
Explain? Who does he talk? What YouTuber says this about
Yeah,
Star
who's
Wars
he
I'm
Theory?
talking
just
about?
gonna cut it off the bat. Star Wars Theory.
Okay, he's okay. So
Later,
we.
later.
Yeah. So I
Goes hard.
wow. So again, I'm not gonna. This is like the one time where I will like kind of defend Star Wars Theory, because again, Star Wars Explained didn't really
I mean, when
address the allegations.
yeah, when your name are that similar, I can see the beef between it, and it's one of those things where Star Wars Theory. I mean, we're gonna go. We're saving him for last for good reason, if anyone has noticed. But
Hmm.
Star Wars Explain, like you could just see the jealousy in just their names alone. Like
Yeah,
that
that's true.
makes like that is 100% believable. Even though I don't like Star Wars Theory, I could believe Star Wars Theory on that.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not as critical as them. Like I said, I think I see them as a better Stupendous Wave, but they have some shade behind them. So I definitely think they belong in C.
Okay.
Okay.
So then, should they be right next to each other? I feel like
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think yeah,
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Who? What's this? I don't know his. I've watched his videos before. What is his?
Looks
Charlie
like
Hopkins.
Yeah.
Popular most
Mm,
from a far
Yeah.
away.
yeah. I mean, I think we've all seen his videos from time to time recommended to us because they are funny, though. I feel like the longer it goes on, the more I don't like the gag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Like
is
a
very true.
like a meme. Only
Yeah,
lasts for so long.
like I have to be in the mood to watch his videos. Cause like he was the start. He's what deepfake should be used for, right?
Yeah.
Or like even like AI stuff. That's what you should be using it for. Making funny content, playing his character. Like he's also a good impressionist, so he doesn't use a voice thing. He just uses the facial scan. What
Yeah.
he does
Yeah.
is well made and relatively good, at least from what I'm seeing. I'm not sure if he's made worse content. So he is funny. He's solid. I don't think he's the greatest YouTuber. It's
Yeah.
just like if
So
you
we got
want a
another B.
laugh watching like a reaction, if you don't want to rewatch like Kenobi or something, you watch his reaction of it or something. Then you get a laugh out of it because that shows has some goofy moments. So I feel like B tier is maybe I'll put him above Thor. I feel like B tier is good though.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
How about you, Dinu?
Honestly, if we like
Uh
got rid of all the F tiers and put them into one, it's pretty balanced.
yeah, I'd probably say high B tier.
High B tier. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
solid. I mean, he's not like the greatest YouTuber, but he does his job. He does it well. He's funny most of the time. There's nothing really more to be said about him. He's just a solid YouTuber.
Yeah.
All right.
Whose turn is it now? Is it your turn,
I
Byron?
think it's mine because I got skipped.
Yeah, Barton, you can.
Okay. I don't. Okay. So Star Wars comics and Eckarts. I never really watched either of them a lot. I don't think. I'm just gonna go with Star Wars comics because we pull up the thumbnails from his videos, his most recent videos
Oh, like they're I mean,
on YouTube.
they're just all
Yeah.
clickbait, right?
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
straight clickbait, like not even trying to hide clickbait. And I mean, just like most people, I despise clickbait. That just turns me off. Kind of. I mean, it's worse than Star Wars Explained when it comes to clickbait. Just the way he makes his content, like it's not even
Well,
like he's trying to hide it.
He's like Star Wars Explains. Well, granted, every single YouTuber that has Star Wars in their names except audio comics. are terrible at what they do because they don't do what they say.
Yeah.
Like
Just make
Star
sure
Wars
it's
Explains barely goes through. He barely explains Star Wars. Star Wars Comics barely talks about the comics. Star Wars Theory
Yeah.
doesn't theorize that much anymore.
I know someone is going to hear. I know this happened before. Someone's been recommended Star Wars audio comics and went to Star Wars comics instead.
Yeah.
07 to them. Like these 4 are okay. You not. We're just gonna put them here. These 5, all the same.
Yeah, that's true.
They do the same thing. They're the same quality. Bombastic, I think, is the best one at it. I guess because his more is YouTube Shorts, and I feel like they are clickbait, but better clickbait than these 4. But all of these do the exact same thing.
Content.
Yeah, he does. He does more different content. But these 4, all the same YouTuber.
Yeah.
They do the exact same thing. They all suck in their own way. They're all fine if you're starters, but they just are news YouTubers on Star Wars that used to be better back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
I think out of them all, I think I can never say his name, but the dog.
Eckert's?
Eckert's.
Yeah, Esker. I do think he is the best one
That's what I remember too.
out of them.
Okay, we'll put him here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all these are interchangeable. Like, depends on the day, honestly. I don't watch any of their YouTube videos anymore, or really like. It's been such a long time, but every time I get like one recommended to me, I'm like, this is not good. Please stop. All right, so we just go Star Wars HQ then.
Yeah.
I don't remember him. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like he's just B tier.
B tier, though, he is kind of in the same league as like Bombastic in terms of his hope for Battlefront 3. Like he was the guy that started the. I don't know if you remember, but there was like a little interview for Battlefield for what was it? Battlefield no, 6. New one's Battlefield 6, right?
Yes, new one's Battlefield 6.
Yeah. Yeah, and they had a little like thing with like a star, like it was like a Dice interview, and they had Star Wars stuff, and right behind it was like 3 white lines.
Oh my god!
And he was like, "Oh my god, it's Battlefront 3! They're teasing Battlefront 3!"
But if you know anything about Dice, they're not doing that. It's not Treyarch. It's not Call of Duty. They're not cryptic like that.
Remember when they tried to be cryptic back in I think it was 2018 with the Droideka?
Honestly, the more you talk about him, the more he's high C.
I would say high C.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he's just okay. I feel like if Battlefront 3 comes out, he'll go high B to maybe low A. Same with Bombastic. But until that happens, they're in the hopefuls. All right. Should we talk about
elephant in the room?
Yeah. Star Wars Theory.
So who wants to go first?
Honestly,
Easy S tier, my favorite YouTuber of all time.
Oh my god.
Subscribers means fan approval rating.
Yep, my goat. I always thought the Vader movie was super good. I never, ever thought this is the worst fan movie I've ever seen. Never thought it.
Yeah.
Always
no one
great.
ever thought that. We all thought it was better than the sequels.
Yeah.
Better than that trash Disney made.
All right. Let's just go into it. This is
yeah, F plus maybe. Like, honestly, just F tier because him being so like watching so much AI slop drives me crazy. Like him not liking Andor, I feel like on its surface is fine, right?
Yeah.
But he hates it for the dumbest reasons you can ever think.
Yeah, it's like the wrong reason.
Yeah, it's weird because usually we don't like with Thor Skywalker. We're not undermining his opinion even if we don't agree with him. But with Star Wars, we're like, how can you have an opinion like that? It makes zero sense.
Yeah, there is bricks here.
Yeah,
there's a lot to unpack with Star Wars Theory. So Like,
for Star Wars theory, okay, I know that he's not as bad as the Knights of Melvin as far as content goes, but just because of his pure damage to the Star Wars community, I want to put him in F minus.
from his overall impact and being the biggest Star Wars YouTuber, he does not deserve anywhere near that recognition for what he has. The problem with like Star Wars theory is like, and there's like multiple. It's not just one thing. It's multiple different things. So first we kind of covered the AI, the encouragement of AI and all that stuff, and pretending like this is like the most amazing thing ever, right? And
Revolutionary
like
technology, revolutionary storytelling. Like, it is just so disheartening, especially with Star Wars as well. Like, it makes no sense.
he uses AI in his thumbnails, which is a category that I don't think anybody on this list does.
That's
Yeah,
also
no
true.
matter how degen they are, like a Geeks and Gamers, like a Melvin, like they, well, at least I don't know if any of them use. I don't think Geeks and Gamers uses AI. I feel like he's a
I don't think so. I don't think they're. I think they're doing
semi-respectable
that.
maker of YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Star Wars Theory. It is actually a shame on how awful he has become. Like, granted, he was the when I watch his old videos, I'm like, okay, this guy maybe was never the greatest, right?
Probably
But
not.
I feel like he was a solid B tier. He got we were super hyped with like his Vader show episode short film. That was super hyped when it came out, even though it wasn't that great, of course.
Just,
I feel like he's done great things, but I feel like him simping so hard for Anakin just makes his brain just turn off on everything else.
It's not even like Anakin, I think. It's more so like George Lucas. Like
yeah, I agree.
anything George Lucas touches, he thinks is perfect.
Yeah, I think it's
Right.
Midas's
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah.
It's
Do no wrong.
it's very much that aspect, and then also like you have his like he is so good at playing the victim card too.
Yes, that is
Whenever
very
he
true.
gets into a controversy or
Oh
anything
yeah.
like that, like his Andor take. When
Yeah,
people
when
were
he
making
got
fun of
quiet.
his Andor take, he was like, "Oh my god, you guys, what? How could you do it? You guys are making me. I don't even want to watch it anymore because you guys are just gonna hate me, even though that's totally my whole thing is reacting to Star Wars and talking about Star Wars." And all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is it
And
crazy to
he's
say? You go.
and he's like the biggest Star Wars YouTuber, right? Like this is no stranger to like YouTuber stuff. Like you have a
Yeah.
bad take, you deal with the punches and you do what you do,
He's
right?
also bald, which also takes down a notch. Like,
Yeah.
and,
Is it
yeah.
crazy to say though that like a bunch of the YouTubers in C tier they kind of stem from like Star Wars theory and him
No,
making
yes,
content like that.
they are wannabe Star Wars theory, except they don't have the beliefs of Star Wars theory, right? But
Mhm.
they want to be what Star Wars theory is. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
he's
why
just
like
like
the Star Wars explains beef with Star Wars theory is so believable,
yeah.
even though Star Wars theory is the one that's saying it. Because I could totally see any of these four, maybe not him, but the other three definitely doing that, where they're just copies of Star Wars theory, just slightly better and more well thought out. The problem with Star Wars theory is that he stopped making videos that are well thought out,
That's
right?
also true.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Star Wars theory, the his channel should be super well thought out. That is entire thing. Like honestly, if he changed his name with Generation Tech, that would make way more sense for what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then Generation Tech having Star Wars theory because he talks about a lot of lore and implications, makes a lot of like theories, I guess, even though I still wouldn't consider it. But like he's not Star Wars Theory anymore. He's just your average Star Wars slop YouTuber, really. Which it really sucks because he was really good at making his theories. Granted, sometimes like when you watch his theories, it's like,
Yeah.
you're
They're a
kind of
little far fetched,
yeah,
but
they're far fetched, but they're fun and they're not
yeah.
supposed to be taken super duper seriously. But
Mhm.
they're fun, like especially when he took like ones from other people's comments, right? And he tried to make the case
Oh
for
yeah,
that
that was funny.
commentate or something. He will make a case for that, right? Do you guys see
Yeah.
the Discord notifications by the way on the bottom of my screen?
No, I didn't.
Okay, hopefully the OBS does not pick that up.
You'll edit it out. Don't worry.
Yeah,
You
but
could probably edit that, but
yeah, it's actually crazy how much he's just changed in his YouTuber, and it really does suck. Because although I still wasn't the biggest fan, I still would have I probably would have stopped watching him as well if he just did theory videos because I've kind of just moved past that. But he just lost the plot. Like I say this a lot, but he kind of just lost the plot of what his YouTube channel is and what he's supposed to do. And I'm afraid that he can't go back anymore.
Yeah, I feel like he can't, and I don't think he will. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm. It is
Another,
super unfortunate.
yeah, I could rant about Star Wars Theory all day, but another thing that I really don't like about him is we talked about how misleading information, right?
Mm-hmm.
With like Stupendous Wave and all that stuff. Star Wars Theory is like part of that, like it is like because he's so big and because his channel is also like so centered in terms of lore, right? He also does a lot of misleading and it sometimes like generates like hate too and it goes for the negative, right? Cuz like
Mm-hmm.
do you remember the Wikipedia incident with Kiadi Mundi and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Where the episode where they revealed Kiani Mundi was alive during the events of Acolyte, and
Oh yeah.
Wikipedia was updating their site for the canon section. The
Yeah.
canon section, right? The canon section that had not established Kiani Mundi's age, right? He went on there and was like, "Oh, that's such bull crap. I can't believe they're changing that and all that stuff, right?" And as somebody with that big of a following, you know how like how much like influence you have over people that can go overboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his fan base, his crazy fan base, started flooding Wikipedia with all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like absolutely like hating on it and all that stuff. Wikipedia responded and saying, "Hey, Star Wars Theory, that wasn't exactly cool for what you did, right? Throwing your fan base at us, right?" And then Star Wars Theory was like, "I didn't do anything. I am innocent of everything." Like completely absolving himself from all responsibility, saying he will take them to court if necessary. It is so like irresponsible of him, especially for a lore channel, to know that Wikipedia is just applying the most accurate information they can for Star Wars fans, right? They don't
Yeah.
take sides on whether they think it's good or bad. They just put the information, the most accurate information that there is that can be, sorry, blah, onto their website, right? And it's not like they're like completely like retconning stuff. It's in the canon section. The EU section is still there, right? With the age that they were complaining about. And I 100% bet that Star Wars Theory didn't even probably wouldn't even care if it was um like if the comic didn't even like exist, right? He
Yeah.
probably never heard of the comic that discussed Kiadi Mundi's background, right? He just saw that it existed and saw it as an excuse to hate on Disney.
Or if it was done by George Lucas, he wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I think the crazy thing
So,
about him as well that we forget is that he has like 15 other channels. That
oh
That
he
is
yeah,
reposts.
yeah.
He has a Harry Potter theory that has a 750,000 subscribers. He has
That's the second channel.
he
He's
has
making
a
his most.
Spanish channel. He has multiple YouTube channels with 100,000 subscribers. He has a Dragon Ball Z, a Cobra Kai, like a comic book one, just a bajillion YouTube channels, and like he just lives, breathes YouTube, and all of them are becoming the same clickbait YouTube channels, and it really, really sucks that he's becoming this way,
Yeah.
or he's
Yeah.
become this way, the way that he is, I should say.
Yeah. 100%.
It's unfortunate. Well, is that the? Are we leaving him an F tier?
Yep.
What do you guys
F
think?
tier, like honestly, in terms of content, he might be like better. Like he might go in F plus, but because of how
Other
influential
YouTubers.
he is and how much subscribers he has, that puts like a lot more like responsibility on him for me,
Yeah.
especially when he's kind of like the face of Star Wars YouTubing. So that to have that pedestal on you, you are going to have a lot more expectations and responsibilities. So yeah, honestly, he might for me even go in F minus because of
I
that.
agree.
But
You know what? Well, let's put him in F minus then.
I just think his damage, like his impact on the Star Wars community, is just so bad that you just have to put him there. Even though his content isn't like as garbage as Knights of Melvin or Geeks and Gamers, he just damages so much by his impact and his negativity, and gives Star Wars fans and YouTubers such a bad rep.
Mm-hmm. And like, if any Star Wars theorist fans watch this, it's not because he's super negative about Disney Stars. We have Thor. We have someone who's pretty negative about Disney Skywalker in B tier. You could be negative and sound like a human being. Like
yeah, the
it's
problem the
it's
problem is just that he's so absolute. He he what is it? Thinks he knows a lot more than he does, and he uses that to justify a lot of hate and his actions on that.
yeah, and like his fans tend to blindly believe he's the smartest Star Wars guy there is,
Yeah,
which it kind of sucks. But
yeah,
all right, well, are we done for the day?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
All
we're
right,
done.
this was our
Right.
list. Let us know what your rankings of these YouTubers specifically. If there's any YouTubers we missed, let us know as well.
All right. Thanks for watching. Um, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out our other podcast videos, and we'll catch you up on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.